Hey guys, Ben here going over your video analysis and saw a couple things to work on that I think are going to help you out. And let's go ahead and get started here. So I do like your setup. You start a little bit back. Your hands are in a good spot. I think there's a couple things to make you a little bit stronger, give you some more power, and some things that I would do to tweak out your swing just a hair. I would start with, let's talk about your setup. I would, for your setup, like to see, just for the fact of making sure to watch that bat where you're not going to have that too much behind your head. I would like to see that more probably here a little bit. I'd also like to see your hands be a little bit higher. Put your hands up in here and have that bat angle just a tad back, not as tall, just a hair down here, but it's going to give you a better launch position, kind of at a downward hill angle to get you more flat and on plane. The other thing I want to talk about is at contact, we're a little bit back. So once we get into our land foot here, you can see when I rotate that my back side is a little bit tall, and I'm going to be a little bit of an angle. So if I draw a line right here, you want to kind of stay in line with that. You can see how we're kind of back, and you can see that I want that head to be in the middle of the line, but you can see I'm kind of leaning back to have my angle of my bat kind of go uphill a little bit. And I think that's important to know that we're trying to drive the baseball compared to lifting the ball. And sometimes when you come back and swing, you're kind of getting caught back, so you're kind of getting underneath it to lift it a little bit. You can see how your kind of chest, you want to have that, from a straight line from on the floor all the way up. I want that to be right in the middle of your head. You can see how your angle is kind of this way, and that's going to be more of a lifting the ball, where this is going to be more driving the ball. Because if you keep that there, then this is going to create a downhill angle for you for your bat path. But if I'm back the way you are, it's going to create a little bit more upper path where you want to be more of a downhill path. So if I back this up a few and go frame by frame, you can see that you keep that line good, and then all of a sudden you get the contact, and I go backwards a little bit. So it's very, very close, but it's going to be a difference of lifting the ball over the fence compared to hitting the ball through the fence. So always remember, don't worry about hitting the ball over the fence. Always try to hit the ball through the fence, and that's really going to help you add a little bit more power to your swing. The other thing that's going to help more power to your swing is at the end of our swing, making sure that our knees are wider apart. You can see on your front foot that you're trying to keep that heel off the ground a little bit. You want that heel, definitely that front heel can go down. You want this front foot to be pointed in a little bit more towards, say, if you're hitting more towards the first base dugout. And you want that heel to kind of, instead of being right here, let's go ahead and put that heel more over in this area. What that's going to do is it's going to give you more space in between those knees, and that's going to give you more power as well. And lastly, for power, you're also going to tell that this back leg is pretty darn straight. You want much more of an angle in that leg. You can see kind of how your angle is kind of here, where you want to have a nice angle of kind of a pretty big angle. You want more angle in there. And one thing you can do is you can see you're more on the toe, where you probably want to be more on the ball of your foot. So if you can get more on the ball of your foot here, if you can get taller to take your head and just bring it forward a little bit more, and probably bring this front foot out just a hair more, and turn that kind of your angle of your foot to be more like this little drawing here. I think that's going to make you a lot stronger and driving the baseball more compared to lifting it. Because mechanically, you can tell, you guys work on this a ton, and you're working with people that really know what they're talking about. But as you get into bigger fields, faster pitching, it's going to be important to start driving the ball. And if you're back with your angle like this, you're going to be more into lifting the ball. So this is driving the baseball because it's going to keep our barrel up and working downhill. This is more lifting and going to make our angle of our bat go this way. Whereas if I'm taller, it's going to keep the barrel up so I can work more this way and work on driving the baseball. So I think those are the biggest things on this swing, and I'm going to go ahead and check out the other swings to make sure we check those as well.